Hey there, inspiring guitarist. I haven't done a live in a long time, um, and I got an update on this software, so I thought I'd try it. Um, a lot of times I'll turn around after the live and turn it into a video, but if you notice the title, it says Guitar Makers and Sellers Stop This. And uh, and I certainly wish they would. Um, I, I like getting email, and now guitar sellers aren't just Guitar Center, Sweetwater, Amazon. They're also the manufacturers themselves. As you know, many of the manufacturers sell online, which puts it makes for a weird relationship between the guitar sellers, guitar stores, and the manufacturers. And really, why is it weird? Because it's now the very shops, brick and mortar shops, and online are actually, in a way, it may benefit them, it may not, but they're actually competing for sales with the manufacturers. Something that used to never happen. Now, there are some manufacturers that have even experimented with opening up their own brick and mortar stores that allow you simply to play the guitars. That's all. That's what they're there for. Then you go back and buy them from wherever you want. But we'll see how that plays out and everything. But here's what I'm getting sick of with email. I really am just sick of it. I'll go to an online site. I'll look at something, or maybe I put something in the cart, and then I decide I will put things in the cart and shop. That's just me. Why do I do that? It gives me time to think, do I really want this guitar? It's a check and balance I do. And then sometimes, if the site allows, I'll move it to save for later, or I'll just delete it. And then I get an email, which I realize you may want an email like this. This is subject for debate. But it'll say something. Did you leave something behind? No, I took it out of the cart. Hello. I didn't want it. Now, if you want to come at me with an email that says something like, we noticed you took this out of the cart. How about a 10% discount? Well, I might go for that. And I realized right then and there, oh, well, no, we're not doing that. Well, then leave me alone. Or give me an option to sign up for, do you want a cart reminder or something like that? And I really don't want to hear, because I come from a computer background. Oh, we can't do that. The heck you can't. If you can program code to email me on a trigger of I took something out of a cart or that I looked at something, then yeah, you can do other things as well. You just don't want to. And that's okay too. I realize why you're there. You're there to make money. Marketing is inevitable. Sometimes y'all go overboard. And there are some of the guitar makers that I'm signed up for their email that will just simply drive you crazy. And then they'll offer things like free shipping on any order over $50. No kidding. I've actually got to where I expect free shipping. Okay, thanks for the reminder. Delete. And I actually have one manufacturer that does it so much that I almost unsubscribed. You're just so annoying. But you don't offer anything, nothing. And when you say you put something on sale, you really haven't. I mean, I watch guitar prices online and get enough emails from everybody and their brother. I know when you're just making crap up, and I'm not accusing them all, but this on sale for this. Well, it was cheaper than that 3 months back. Well, prices change, and inflation, and the new person sitting here and then the office there, and blah 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 blah. And here's my point, which is snarky, it's accusatory, um, but it's based in real life things I've seen. Uh, you're really not giving me an incentive to buy. Now, I do want to know when you get a new product, a really new product. Some guitar manufacturers can wear out colors, but I like colors. I mean, the guitars are closely aligned with cars, and car makers come out with different colors. They add this, they take away that, they do the other. That's a whole nother journey. That doesn't bother me. In fact, I really appreciate when you let me know that something new is out. I don't appreciate you acting like you're doing me a favor when you're not. Um, Marketing is going to happen. Some of the online sellers, um, the most respectful online seller I have is my Sweetwater agent. He knows me. We've developed a relationship. He doesn't do unnecessary things to me that he knows that I find insulting. How he keeps up with his many different guitarists, I would imagine he pulls me up and he has notes, or he is a smart guy and he knows his stuff. But if you're going to offer me a deal, well, doggone it, really offer me a deal. And if I request that I want to be notified when something is back ordered, don't tell me you have a custom quote for me that's the same price as for anybody else. I realize y'all are going to do it. It's marketing 101. I'm that little, I don't know what, I'm guessing less than 1% that will get tired of you. I have a guitar or two. I keep up with the guitar market. Um, and I got to tell you, if you're a used car salesman, I've known some that are honest, hardworking people, and I've known some that have earned that reputation, that the stereotype, and you're becoming like the stereotype because I realize, you know, I guess I'm just not a good marketing guy. I watch. I'm gonna give you an example. I'm gonna step outside of the guitar realm. My wife loves to watch these shows where people buy houses. I hate them. Now I'll watch them just to laugh because, I mean, that people want to buy a used house, one that someone else has lived in, and expect it to be perfect the way they want it. Um, Paint, okay, paint the darn thing. But here's where I'm tying this to guitar marketing and sales. You'll have a couple go in, they'll tell the real estate agent what they absolutely do not want. He or she will take them to a house that absolutely has what they don't want, and then starts trying to sell them on why they should buy it. I'm not buying a house for you. I would fire that real estate agent in a heartbeat. I don't care how mad you get. Get mad, buy. Go away. Well, you'll never get a real estate agent. Fine. Live in a tent. When I tell you what I want, I don't need you to convince me what you want for a better commission. It's not going to happen with me. I view every marketing thing with skepticism. That doesn't mean I don't appreciate someone. When I haven't said up front, I will not discuss this. I'm not. I don't want a house that has this. I don't want a guitar that has that. But now, if you're telling me something where I've said something and you know that something else applies or I might need to know, and there's a way you can do that to be respectful of the customer. And that's what this all boils back down to. You know what, online guitar sellers? I don't need you. I don't. I don't need you. If I want a guitar, I'll find it. It might be online, it might be through marketing, it might be at a store. I don't need you. And when you think I need you and you give me things like, well, we just can't do that. Okay, have a great day. Have a great life. Bye. And that's my point. If you're going to flood my inbox with emails, and some of y'all are ridiculous. And yes, I know how to go check preferences. I want to be notified about this, about that. I wish y'all would follow what you say you're going to do, and I'll leave it at that. So, this is just something I'm trying out live, and it's something I'm really sick and tired of with marketing. Now, I'm going to shift from online marketing and emails and address just for a second walking into a brick and mortar store. I don't need to be preached to. If I ask if you trade guitars or buy guitars or allow me to trade, you can just simply tell me, no, we don't do that. And I don't need a diatribe of why you can't do that and why I should accept that. We're either going to have a transaction or we're not going to have a transaction. I appreciate you explaining to me why. Please, if you can, what I would prefer is be brief about it. And I've mentioned this in some other videos. I just wanted to tie it into this live stream that I'm not ignorant to the fact that marketing changes and an explanation, because many a brick and mortar store owner wants you to know, I care that you do want this. I just can't do it. And I respect that. It doesn't mean I'm never going to do business with you. It's like I've told other people. I try to buy at least strings from mom and pops and local stores, because I'm a big believer in being able to play a guitar before you buy it. And I realize that's hard to do in an online market, but they're getting better at it. Guitar makers are using computers to build things that make them almost similar, but all guitars are different. The wood they're using is different. When hands do touch is different. How they set up this, that, and the other. So back to marketing 101. If you're going to market to me and you've got a deal, I'm willing to listen. When you don't have a deal and it's real obvious, I don't buy, like, let's say I found a guitar online, all right, that I want. I've even played it at a mom and pop. I just didn't want to buy it then. Well, that doesn't obligate me to go back to the mom and pop. Although if a guitar speaks to me, I don't like going to a mom and pop or a local brick and mortar for the specific reason of playing a guitar that I'm going to turn around and go buy somewhere else. I don't like that. I realize it happens all the time. Some people spread the love around. I get all that. But if you're going to buy a guitar from an online manufacturer and I've found a guitar that I'm interested in, I'm going to look around before I ever hit add to cart and buy. I'm going to go to Amazon, Musician's Friend, Guitar Center, Sweetwater, eBay. I'm going to run the gambit and see. Now, in running that gambit, then the relationship that I have with the seller plays in. I have one manufacturer who is a guitar manufacturer that I automatically get a 10% veterans discount. that plays in too. They're reaching out to veterans and others. Um, I have some relationships with their associates that may influence me when I'm seeing some. I've bought guitars that I could have got $10 less somewhere else. But I'm not going to get the service or the shipping I get. So there's things I have to weigh out. I'm not, this video ain't going to stop that marketing. It's not going to stop. Did you forget something? Yeah, I think I forgot my keys a few days ago, but I got an air tag on them. I figured it out. If you're gonna offer me a deal, offer me a deal. And like I said a minute ago, I realize I'm just the 1% that y'all might consider a jerk, but I'm the customer. In that video I put out about Guitar Center winning my business, it's because they don't forget that I'm the customer. I am the customer. Now, the customer is not always right if it doesn't fit what you have to offer. That was something a very smart man taught me years ago. He said, the customer is always right until you can no longer serve the customer because they're asking for something that you can't do. And then they start demanding it. And at that point, it's time to help them find somebody that can do what they need and say goodbye in a friendly manner. So, but I'm the customer. I don't need you. Businesses need customers. And it's something you should never forget. You can sit there and justify with the Mai Tais and the little umbrellas in your drinks all you want, but you lose enough customers through attitude, you're not going to be around very long. You're going to be finding something else to do. The customer is not always right, but the customer should be the reason that you're trying to serve them. And I hope you're trying to serve them. Serve me without insulting me if you can. And I know it's going to keep going on and keep going on. Marketing will always happen. And it's a good thing too. It actually stirs competition. So anyway, just a little live. I hadn't done it in a long time. So I hope your guitar journey is blessed. I hope the emails you get are good emails that help you make productive guitar purchases. And most of all,